Hi guys, today I want to read to you Into the Sky by Ryan Ann Hunter, illustrated by Edward Miller. Look, I'm at church and we have a lot of construction stuff up because we're having Vacation Bible School this week and the theme is concrete and cranes. I even have a safety hat, but I'm going to take it off so I can read to you. Into the Sky by Ryan Ann Hunter, illustrated by Edward Miller. Skyscrapers reach right into the sky. Some days the tops of the tallest ones are hidden by clouds. Have you ever been in a building so tall you can see the clouds right outside your window? The first skyscraper was built around 100 years ago. A huge fire had destroyed a lot of buildings in Chicago. People needed new ones. Architects had new things to make taller buildings possible, like steel and safety elevators. Though the home insurance building was only 10 stories high, it was a start. It wasn't long before skyscrapers were 20 or 30 or 40 stories high. Then the Empire State Building went higher than 100 stories. But the tallest buildings of the 20th century are the Petronas Towers in Malaysia. You could never build a structure of bricks or stones so tall. The weight of each floor and wall sitting on top of the others would make it collapse. So that's the Flatiron Building in New York City. And this is the Chicago Tribune Tower. And then taller is the New York Life Insurance Company. And then taller is the Empire State Building. And then the tallest ones are the Petronas Towers. A skyscraper is built in a different way. A frame is made from steel or concrete. Columns go up and down, and beams go across. The frame holds the building up just like your skeleton holds you up. Engineers use wind tunnels to test models of skyscrapers. The frames have to withstand strong gusts. So they've got the skeleton on the inside, and then they start putting the concrete and the outside parts of it on the outside. There's a big part of the skyscraper that you don't see. Before the frame goes up, backhoes dig a big hole for the foundation. It can go down 4 or more floors deep. Sometimes steel pilings are hammered down to the solid rock. They're bolted to the columns and hold the skyscraper in place like roots hold a tree. In Texas, where the solid rock is too far down, skyscrapers are built on thick slabs of concrete. In Los Angeles, engineers are putting rubber pads under the old city hall to hold it steady and keep it from collapsing when earthquakes shake the ground. It takes a very large team of people to put a skyscraper up. Cranes are used to lift steel beams. Iron workers wrestle the beams into place. They tighten thousands of bolts. They weld the pieces together, and when the iron workers reach the top, they raise a fir tree or a flag into the sky, just like mountain climbers when they reach the top of a new peak. A few floors below, other workers hang wall and window sections almost like curtains. They install pipes and wires, they paint and decorate the rooms. Finally, they reach the top floor too, and then the building is done. Skyscrapers are busy places full of thousands and thousands of people in offices, restaurants, stores, apartments, and hotel rooms. Taller skyscrapers are being designed all the time. In Japan, architects have a model for Sky City 1000. It would be 196 floors tall. Triple-decker elevators would whisk people up and down. Do you like riding on elevators? People in some cities don't want new skyscrapers to cast shadows on other buildings or parks, but people still dream about skyscrapers as tall as mountains. Who knows how high they could go? The end. Here's a picture of where a map that has some of the skyscrapers that it talks about. So this is a government building in Brazil. That's the Los Angeles City Hall, the Seagram Building, Flatiron Building, and New York Life Insurance Company, Empire State Building, Chrysler Building, and World Trade Center. Those are all in New York City. And then in Chicago, there's the Home Life Insurance Building. That was the very first one. The Chicago Tribune Tower and a Sears Tower. And then on the other side, here in London, England, is the One Canada Square, that building. And then this building is the Palace of Culture in Warsaw, Poland. This one is the National Commerce Bank in Saudi Arabia. Down here is the Carlton Center in Johannesburg, South Africa. Chicago Beach Tower Hotel in Dubai. The Petronas Towers in Malaysia. The Bank of China Central Plaza, those are both in Hong Kong. Landmark Tower in Japan. And the Sky City 1000 in Tokyo. And then down here in Australia is the Rialto Tower. I love you guys. I miss you, but I'll see you soon. Bye.